Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Wednesday, January the 11th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. TRO HL5 Revisited Part 3. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And just a general reminder, always have your risk management in place when you trade so you never lose any more than you want to lose on any single trade. Okay, so we've been taking a look at some of the features of TRO HL5, and I left off with showing distance as an ATR percentage. So I've got 3 loaded up. That one's turned off. This one's not. So we've got the wick zone right here. So let's turn this one off. Let's turn this one on. And let's just go ahead, show the open and show the close. And let's do daily, and let's do today and the previous trading day. And so there's your horizontal lines. Now, one of the things I mentioned before, you can show your pivot. And this shows the pivot point and the future pivot point. And looks like price is making a break for it right here. I've been waiting for that to happen. See if it goes down to the double low. Let's just shade the previous day. And the other thing we should do is start the lines at the bar. So we've got the previous day's lines starting here and today's lines starting here. So once again, you've taken the previous day's breakout here and you'd be up almost 6 pips. So you can just trade across these lines. Now, what else can we do? For those of you who like to use the VWAP, most of the time the VWAP, it's actually a squiggly, but you know I don't like squiggly lines, so I plot the VWAP as a horizontal line, because price either trades towards the VWAP or you trade away from it. But one thing I will caution you, if you load up a bunch of charts with VWAP, it's a very CPU intensive calculation, so you have to be careful. Now, let's switch this to H1. Let's switch this to 34 bars. And let's turn off the pivot. You can turn off the high, turn off the low, turn off the close, turn off the open. But what we want to do is let's show the highest close and lowest close and the highest low and lowest high. And let's see, I think I need to change the colors here. That one's kind of hard to see. So on the H1, if you like to trade the whole lows, even though we've got the highest low, the highest close, but close and open are pretty much the same. So you can still trade the whole lows. So right now, you'd be looking for a long trigger here. And you see we've got the lowest close right here. So there's a long trigger at the lowest high, a long trigger at the lowest close. And of course you could drop that down to the M5 chart and you'd still get the same lines. You can see where they formed. And if you're wondering, why did I put so much into one indicator? One, because I could. And this way you can use one indicator for just about anything you want it. Now you can also turn the shading on here. And you can see those zones. And if you want, you can also put a fixed price in and have that plot. So let's just say 121.00. And we want to show it true. And there's our fixed price. We're 7.9 pips away at the moment. Okay. So we can turn that off. Now if you want to know where the point of control is, you can turn that one on. And there's our point of control right there. So at the moment, it looks like the sellers are winning that battle. And that's for H1, of course. And that's what we have the chart set to. So that didn't appear on the daily. But we moved down to M30, M15, M5. I just noticed something. I wonder if that's too hard to see. Text color selected. Switch, try red. I think that might be a little bit easier to see. Back to HL5. Turn off the point of control. Now, also, you can show the open offset 10 pips from, in this case, we have the H1 open. Normally, I do that on the day, and you know that recognize that as the buy zone. Except we need to change this back. We can just do and so there's your buy zone or your buy zone line. There's your short zone line. Now you can see it's crossed below that short zone. And that's the open offset. Now, you guys know I don't like squigglies, but I even have so you can show the moving average. It'll show it, and I like to use the EMA5 because that makes that indicator 2. And so there's your moving average. But on that moving average, we have it, that's the daily. So we went right to the 1-day moving average. If we switch it back to current, there's your EMA5 for the 5-minute. I'm thinking maybe I need to put in the text, let you know which time period you have that set to. And so it just shows it as the box right there, so you know what the moving average is, and you don't have a bunch of squigglies all over your chart. Looks like we're going to test that double low shortly here. We can turn that off. Now, there's some fun stuff here. Some people like to show angles. So if you show it from the open, you can draw it as a ray. You say how many degrees you want that line to be. And that's from the daily open, I do believe. It's been so long since I've used it. Somebody was asking me about it, and I figured out how to do it. So I put that in for them. And I'm trying to remember. Let's see. I don't remember how the shift works on this. Oh, it goes back a day. So the angle is coming from the open, the daily open. So you can see here I shifted it back 1 day. And that's how that works. So just about out of time. I hope you've learned a little bit more about TRO HL5. As you can see, there's still some more things to go over. It's jam-packed. In fact, I would have called it the Swiss Army knife, but I already have written an indicator years ago that I called the Swiss Army knife. So, fellow traders, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.